I have been joined by Congress Party senior leader as well as the spokesperson, Mr. Gourav Vallabh. Sir, what do you have to say about the renaming of certain places, mountains in Arunachal by China?
15 places in Arunachal Pradesh were renamed. And what is our government's response? Our government had renamed no action as 56 inch. Our government has renamed no action as Lalak. Our government has renamed no action as Vistarvadi Takat. Our government has renamed the no action as something else. Why government of India is not taking the name of China? When 15 places inside Arunachal Pradesh were renamed, which includes 2 rivers, 8 residential complexes, which includes 4 mountains and 1 mountain pass. Why government is mum? Why Prime Minister is silent on this? Why Prime Minister is not reacting to this? Why government is not making a consolidated strategic response on this? What is the problem? In last 19 months, we had seen that government had made an unpardonable compromise with our national security vis-a-vis our dominant positions at Kailash ranges. Why at that time Prime Minister and the government was silent? Point number 2, why we had undermined the India's territorial integrity from finger 4 to finger 3. We used to patrol till finger 7 at Pangong Tso Lake. Right now we are restricted up to finger 3. Why? What is the reason? Point number 4, why had China occupied the territory inside the LAC up to Y junction at the Dapsang Plains? And government is silent on that. Why? We want to ask that inside Arunachal, China is constructing villages. And these are not residential villages. These are military cantonment. And government is silent on that. Why the GOC chief of the Eastern Army has said that China is getting active and building infrastructures and roads inside the Chumbi Valley. And Chumbi Valley is an important strategic location because it connects the 7 northeastern states with rest of India, and government of India is silent on that. Why is Prime Minister silent? Why is our reaction is restricted only up to banning few Chinese apps? Why on one side we are banning few Chinese apps, on the other side in the year 2021, the Indo-China trade had reached up to $100 billion, which is equal to rupees 7.42 lakh crore, which is an all-time high. एक तरफ तो हमारे भारत माँ के सपूत अपने प्राणों की आहुति दे रहे हैं, वो चाइना को 1 इंच हमारी भूमि पे कब्जा नहीं करने दे रहे, दूसरी तरफ भारत सरकार चीन के साथ ट्रेड है उसको ऑल टाइम हाई पे ले जा रही. क्यों? ऐसा क्यों? We want responses to these questions.
So what will be your major demands apart from these questions?
Our major demand is that we are not going to have a compromise on national security and territorial integrity of our country. We are not going to give even 1 inch of our land to China. We want a consolidated, firm and sound response to the China. That is what. And we want that Prime Minister should stop giving clean chits to China by saying, na koi ghusa hai, na koi ghusa hua hai. These type of statements are equivalent to giving clean chits to China. These type of statements undermines the valor of our brave army who gave supreme sacrifice saving the motherland. So we want a consolidated, firm and sound response from the government of India for China without using synonyms like Lalak, 56 inch, Guna koi gusa hai, na koi gusa hua hai, Vistarvadi, Mongolia ke niche wala desh. We are fed up with these synonyms.
But what about the statement that the government has issued on this very, issue?
On one side, China is entering into our side of the land, making the permanent villages, making permanent structures, having a military cantonment in those villages, renaming our states, because they had renamed Arunachal Pradesh also, renaming our rivers, renaming our mountains, renaming our villages. And the other side, government of India is making 1-page statement. Sir, this is not the response. The people of our country expected a firm, sound, and consolidated response. And the question which is very important, that why China is having a courage to do all these things in last 7 years. Why they were not doing before 7 years? Because there is some problem as far as our policy, our foreign diplomacy regarding China is concerned.
Also, tomorrow, the new borderland which has been passed by China will get implemented. What will be its repercussions? What is your stand on that also?
So that's a very serious issue. That is not a small issue, because after that new land border law, that China is going to have a civilian settlement as far as the border issues with India and Bhutan is concerned. Not the military settlement. This is a civilian settlement. So what is our reaction? Why Government of India and why Prime Minister is not raising these issues in international forums? When Prime Minister addresses the BRIC nation, why he is not raising these things? When Prime Minister is going for a G7 summits, why he is not raising these things? You will be surprised that this time India had hosted the BRIC nation summit and the Prime Minister of our country had not named China once also. चाइना अंदर घुस के गांव बसा रहा है, प्रधानमंत्री जी नाम तक नहीं लेते अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पटल पर. Why? We want answers to these questions.
My last question is in connection with this dinner which was hosted by the Tibetan government in exile. Now, the Chinese diplomat has written to all the MPs which are from across political parties in India. What's your stand on that?
See, as far as the policy regarding Tibet is concerned, we are having our age-old relationship, age-old policy. Whatever they had invited, some of our party MPs had also attended. Few of the ministers of the Modi government had also attended. But the important issue is here that we require a sound China policy. We require a firm Chinese policy. We can't tolerate कभी हमारे जो आधिपत्य में जगह थी वहाँ से हमको पीछे आना पड़ रहा है और सरकार चुप है. हम फिंगर 7 तक 8 तक पेट्रोलिंग करते थे, आज फिंगर 3 पे रेस्ट्रिक्ट हो गए पैंगोंग सो लेक पे, सरकार चुप है. जो वाई जंक्शन हमारे आधिपत्य में था आज चाइना के पास चले गया, सरकार चुप है. जो कैलाश रेंजेस की डोमिनेंट पोजीशन हमारे आधिपत्य में थी आज चाइना के पास चली गई, सरकार चुप है. क्यों? अरुणाचल के अंदर चीन गांव बसा रहा है, सरकार चुप है. जीओसी ईस्टर्न कमांड कह रहे हैं कि चुंबी वैली में एक्टिव इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, परमानेंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाइना बना रही है, सरकार चुप है. We want answers from the government on all those issues.
Well, that was Professor Gourav Vallabh speaking to us on this issue with video journalist Ashwini Helan, Supriya Bharadwaj for India Today in Delhi.